G'day, Brian Johnson, once again talking about Brian's index, which is showing the major 8, and I just want to point some other advantages out to those that want to use it. For this exercise in tools, I put up the options to the max, so you can, that means normally I like to run about 500, but this we're running to show you back in history. Okay, so here we are in history, and if you look down the bottom of this, you'll see November 2009, December, and it takes you right through back through the history of the major 8 back to 2009. Of course, for further history, one should go into the History Center and then look at the particular history that you want to look at, but we won't do that now. It's just to show you, and you can export that history out and etc. But first of all, I want to talk about Brian's index, because you can see in the various months the highs, the lows, and for seasonal adjustment, people that want to study the seasons and the time frames going back in time at a certain peak of time. So if we went to, say, June, and we looked up here, you could see in June, in 2010, the major 8 were basically up in the high, and in July they went down, etc., August through September. So you can look back in your period of time from now back and see that basically we're having lower highs, see all the lower highs, and higher lows. Interesting, isn't it, what you can do with Brian's index? But if we want to come back in time and zoom in and see the exact month and see what happens, we're just hitting the zooms and coming back and looking at current now, and as I said, you can see the 8 currencies: Australian dollar, the AD JPY, Euro JPY, etc., and their relationship with the see the W, good formation of a W. And now the W is starting to track down again. So we're looking at basically those. You can make them a bit smaller or bigger as you like, and see them in relationships to our index on here. Interesting to note that going way back from May, going back to May, or even back to April, the higher highs have been reducing, and we're getting closer to a flat ranging type of market with not such huge volatility. So you can see the volatility has been decreasing on the way down, and you can use the current 8 to look at your Trade for Fun and Paul's index and see what's going on there. You can tune into your Excel spreadsheet where most of this information was derived for Paul's and Forex for Fun's index, and once again we can look at the current trend of the 5-9 ESMA and see which is up, which is down, and how many pips, and which is at 0 again. So therefore you can utilize 0 and re-look at your positions on your chart. Now, that was just a brief introduction to the use of Brian's index and some of the things that you can find in there, and how you can use it for looking back in the past, how the high, are they going higher highs, lower low, and the trend seems to be flattening out a little bit if you look at Brian's index. So the volatility is not quite as high between the peaks and the troughs. And for instance, if one went back in time, he could see some of the major times and when some of the major changes happen. This only gives you an indication of seasonal effects. It also gives you right now effects on Brian's index, and putting them two together, you've got a great visual impression, a great visual of the downturn, sell in May and go on holidays, etc., and buy in July and watch your money fly. We'll see if that happens this July. Just a quick one. So have fun, make money trading the forex. Great job, boys. Be great when we get that little 5-6 EMA in there, and one can then focus down. You can see the current trend here, and when you look at the basket, isn't it amazing when you look at W's and M's? They're everywhere. Indicators, great stuff. God bless you from Brian. Have fun trading the forex. Look at the W's, look at the M's. The formations are quite easy to see. Bye for now from Brian. God bless.